Hi, and welcome. My name's Nichola, and I'm going to go through a masterclass with you. This is my first time talking at Professional Beauty, so you have to bear with me. I'm a little bit nervous. I tend to be a bit calmer when it comes to celebrities. You guys scare me to death, so please laugh at the right moment. You can see here, obviously, my name, and a better picture than I actually look. Thank you to Rankin, who's very kindly taken a good press picture of me. My name's Nichola Joss. I'm a beauty therapist. And I just want to talk to you about my career, basically, where I started, what I'm doing now, what I did in between. And I'm going to do a demonstration of one of the things that I do when I'm doing red carpet, prepping and preening the celebrities. So first of all, here's my timeline. As you can see, there's a few bits and pieces. I'm obviously a lot older than 26, but 26 is where I kind of like to stop when it comes to age, so you're not getting to know anymore. But if you look at playing, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I come from Aberdeen in Scotland, not far from the Highlands, in a little village, so I'm quite secluded, and I'm a bit of a country girl. But when I was about 8 or 9, I kind of decided I really wanted to get into beauty. My mum and my nan and all the women in my family used to play with creams and masks and hair and makeup, and it was always my sister and I that were putting on the teddies or playing with the Barbies. And my great-grandmother wouldn't leave her room in the morning without having had her Pond's cream on, or certainly a bit of lipstick. So it was very much indoctrinated into the family, especially the women, obviously. Not so much the guys, but especially the women in the family. So I decided very early on that I wanted to be involved in the beauty industry at some level. When I left school at 17, I went to work in the local beauty salon in my very small village in the country, which was a huge, exciting, glamorous event because we had never had anything like that before. There was a local vet, one pub, and a couple of little corner shops, and that was it. So to have a beauty salon was really exciting. Anyway, I found I fitted in really quickly. I enjoyed listening to the clients that came in. I liked to see the different bodies, how the body healed, different types of bodies and beauty regimes that people were really interested in. I stayed there for a year because it was on-site training with 1 day a week, day release to college, which kind of wasn't enough for me. I was really keen to learn as much as possible. And I left school armed with lots of O-levels and a couple of hires, so I'd done pretty well and I enjoyed studying. So I then spent the next 3 years from 18 to 21 doing my Sedesco, which is quite a tough, rigorous 3-year study campaign, if you like. You've got to know everything about the body, but it's good. You learn about healing, the process of the body, the muscles, the bones, everything that goes on. So after 3 years, I found I was pretty much armed with the essential basic knowledge that I thought I'd need to take me further. I then, at 21, decided to travel a little bit, so I went to Singapore where some family of mine lived, and I was really lucky to meet a very gracious Malaysian gentleman who was also a masseuse. And he used to work in the local and private hospitals doing lymphatic drainage massage on the terminally ill cancer clients, just easing their limbs and their tiredness and their ills, and also relaxing their well-being in their mind, so making them feel better. And I was very, very passionate about his work, and I got the opportunity to shadow him for 12 months, which was really exciting. I learned everything I know about massage, everything I know about lymphatic drainage. From there, I came back to Aberdeen, went back home, which was rather lovely. Obviously, being a Scottish girl from the country, I really yearned for being at home, but I found it quite difficult to fit in the beauty side of things. I did a few years freelancing and mobile therapy because I liked the keenness of being able to do what I wanted to do without being restricted in a salon. I did part-time work in salons as well because I'm aware it's important that you need that salon environment, from teamwork to structure to routine, and also you have that constant learning of new products that are coming on the market, and it's really important to arm yourself with what's going on a daily basis. But I then met my husband in Scotland in a bar, obviously, one night, and eventually moved to London after a couple of years to be with him. And through his work and his connections, I was really lucky and fortunate enough to fall into working on an editorial shoot. And actually it was for Elizabeth Hurley in that dress with sequins. So it was all about tanning her skin and doing massage and preparing and making sure she looked amazing from her nails to her feet to her whole body skin. Again, because the dress was very revealing, she wanted to look amazing. The paparazzi were there. It was a huge event for her, which in turn was a huge event for me. So that was it, London, and my first campaign. From there, it really just rolled. I started doing editorial magazine shoots where you don't get paid. There's no money, but you get the opportunity to work with the best photographers, the best makeup artists, and best hairdressers in the world, along with the best talent. I started doing cover shoots for celebrities. That takes you on to doing advertising campaigns such as Prada and Gucci. So things were really nice. I was enjoying the environment I was working in. And I was getting to meet great people. And obviously, because I'm a keen facialist and beauty therapist, I would speak to the people that I was working with. So when I worked with Kate Blanchett, we used to chat about the products that she'd be using, the products that I would be using, and then in turn I'd offer to do a facial or a massage. Whilst doing all this, I was still going to day release at college to up my knowledge, make sure I was always armed with what was going on in the industry. It's really, really important to know your stuff ongoing. You can't just have your qualification and off you go. It's consistent and ongoing if you want to be the best at what you're doing, and I did. So moving on, obviously from being in London and starting my work just in the last month, let's say, this is just the recent work I've been doing. So there's a skin perfecting masterclass, which is what I'm going to do today with you. I'm going to go through a demo explaining to you what I do for a red carpet event or a press event or for my clients at home as well. I've just got back from the Oscars in Los Angeles, which was really exciting. That was a 5-day stint, which included facials, manicures, pedicures, lymphatic drainage massage, and skin finishing tanning treatments. The trend at the moment for celebrities and tanning is that no tan, which you kind of think, well, how does that work? But it's really about giving a glow and a radiance to the skin, making the skin and the colour pop so you look alive and healthy and glowing. It's not about that dark bronze tan, which is very beautiful and very goddess-like, but it's also very apparent. And for the nominees that are on the catwalk, this is the biggest event of the year for them. It's the accolade for all the work that they've been doing. So they want to look as much like themselves as possible. Therefore, it's important to be prepping and finishing their skin and doing a really light tanning treatment just to make them look healthy. Before that was the BAFTAs here in London, which is obviously very similar to the Oscars, which is really exciting and on home ground. So it's something I really enjoy doing. And then Paris Fashion Week. Paris Fashion Week included a few events in the menswear section, which was really interesting. Again, doing some spray tanning, buffing their nails, grooming, and doing some hair. So it's all encompassing the whole body consistently, but incorporating all my beauty therapy knowledge that I have. In between all that, obviously, I have my clients on a one-to-one basis. I don't have a huge client list at the moment because I can't. And I don't have the time to dedicate to a lot of clients. My book hasn't been open for 4 years, so I don't really take on any new clients, but most of them are celebrities or actors or A-list clients, which is very nice and rather humbling for me to be able to do that, but they're still clients. They're the same as the client that lives next door to me that comes for a spray tan and a facial on a Saturday. There's no difference. I also, as I explained earlier, have my editorial, my advertising campaigns, which are ongoing. So here's some of the clients that I deal with on a regular basis and have done for the last probably 8 to 10 years. Some of them are new. Some of them I've known for a long time. Kate Moss I've known for about 17 years. Kate Blanchett for about 9. So you build up a nice rapport and a good relationship with these girls because you're dealing on a very personal basis. Normally they're just semi-naked and certainly without makeup, so they're very vulnerable as well.